5 months ago, I serviced my very first pest control customer at our new office here in Asheville, North Carolina, and it is safe to say in those past 5 months, there have been tons and tons of updates and changes that the business has gone through. In today's video, I wanted to give you the latest updates. There's a lot of fun, exciting things happening right now at Catchy Pest Solutions. I'm going to be showing you the 3 biggest changes I've had just in the past couple weeks. These are big steps in growing my pest control company, so hopefully you can take some really good information from this video, apply it to your pest control company, apply it to your business, or hey, hopefully I'm just entertaining. So let's go ahead and get started. Today I'm going to be showing you my new office. Here we are. It's completely brand new, so don't judge me too hard. There's nothing in here. Secondly, we're going to be talking about my new pest control vehicle that we just purchased to get the fleet up and running. Thirdly, we're going to talk about the personnel hiring and how that has been going here with the new company. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me give you a tour. This is going to take 2 seconds of my new pest control office. And we're done. It's very small. It's just a room. It came with a couple of desks. There is not much going on here. This is actually just a small room in a business center. So if you look down the hall, there's other businesses. There's the outside right there, our new truck. We'll get to that in a second, but I just wanted to show you, we're moving into an office officially. This is a really big step. It's going to help with tons and tons of business logistics, whether that be with the customers or the personnel or even storing equipment. This is going to be a big change, and I'm very excited about this change. I decided to pick an office. There are more offices in this business center, but this one is right next to the front door, so it's going to be really easy access for us to get in there. One of the great parts about this office is the price. I was looking around for commercial properties, and it was like you had to spend basically $2,500 a month to get anything worth reasonable besides just a shack, that was about to fall apart. This place we found is only $450 a month, so that is perfect in my budget. It's going to help with my logistics a ton. I even considered moving my pest control company into a storage unit. Yeah, like an actual self-service storage unit. One of the big problems was the inventory. I was having to keep everything on my truck, which obviously doesn't hold much. I was having to get inventory daily. I was having to meet the technician at the place we buy product, help him pick out new products for the day. There was a lot of logistics that were just driving me crazy. Back to the storage unit, it actually makes sense a little bit to storing products because all you really need, like I said, is just a storage place for your equipment and products, but the logistics of having product in a storage unit was just kind of silly, especially when something like this was also a really good option and affordable as well. One of the main problems I was running into is that the first technician that we've hired here, he did not have room to take his work truck home at his apartment complex, so I was having to meet up with him every morning to drop the truck off to him, which was fine, but it's just a lot of work, and like I said, it's not scalable at all. So we have this little office right now. This is going to be perfect. I've actually signed a 2-year lease to be in this office space. I think I can grow my company to a very large size inside this office. I was a little worried about how much an office was going to cost. I was mentally prepared for something around $1,000 to $2,000 a month. I was going to push it off for as long as possible, but I honestly didn't even realize that there were office spaces for this good of a price. So I'm really grateful for this, and it's going to help my business logistics a ton. This video is all about my pest control business. This isn't exterminating any pests. At the end of the day, I do run a business location, so there is a lot of business that I have to do, whether that be invoicing, scheduling, taxes, insurance. Business operations take up just as much, if not more, of my time as spraying does actually servicing jobs right now. The further I get into my career, the more and more business operations are going to consume my job more than actually spraying or servicing the jobs. That brings me to the sponsor of today's video is my pest control software partner, BrioStack. They partner with Dan the Bugman. They're also a vendor in Catchy Pest Solutions. I rely on them so much to help my business run smoothly. When I added this location, I just go into BrioStack and update my technician starting points for the day. This office is actually a little bit on the other side of town as to where we started our normal pest control days. So I had to change the address so the BrioStack software properly calculated the drive time from our office to the first stop. I also went in there, sent BrioStack a message, say, hey, I'm adding a technician. They helped me get that technician up and running. So thank you to BrioStack for helping me run my business. By doing that, it's allowed me to have 2 more huge business updates I wanted to show you. The next one we're going to talk about is that I have hired a technician. Just about 2 months ago, I started searching on Indeed, interviewed people, hired a technician. He is up and running, servicing jobs right now as I get this new office up and running. He's doing an amazing job. We are super, super grateful to add him to our team. But at the end of the day, we are going to have to grow into technician number 2. And there's going to be a gap that I'm going to have to bridge in revenue and sales in order to get our company able to support technician number 1 and get the company to support technician number 2. I'm going to have to be servicing jobs up to almost a whole nother full route before I can afford to hire technician number 2. That's just part of the grind of starting a small business. There's a lot of grunt work that has to be done, but I'm excited for it. My plan is to start looking for technician number 2 in about 2 months. And at that point, should take about 2 weeks to find someone, 2 weeks to train. So about 3 months from now, I'm hoping to have a second technician in our company here. And like I said, getting this office is super important for the logistics of hiring the next technician. One of the problems I had in hiring the first technician is I didn't really have a place to interview people. I had an over-the-phone interview initially, but I wanted to meet these people in person before I hired them. But now we've actually got an office to interview people in. Obviously, it doesn't look like much right now, but this is a huge step up as far as professionalism goes. And finally, I wanted to tell you, we have a second pest control vehicle right there, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful, beautiful 2020 Ford F-150. It does not have the logo or anything on the side, does not have any equipment in it, but we just purchased it last week. It's going to be introduced into the fleet very, very soon. We're going to have logos put on the side, termite rig installed in the back so I can use all of my products properly. This is a big step because if we just had one truck and one technician and our truck broke down, then we would be out of work. My technician wouldn't be able to service jobs. So I needed to have a second pest control vehicle for myself to service jobs and also for the technician to have backup. I can't leave him without work, without something to do if the truck breaks down, gets in an accident, has to go into the shop. So that is a big step for us. Basically, in my opinion, you need one more vehicle than you have technicians. So if I have 2 technicians by the end of the next 3 months, I'm going to have to purchase a 3rd vehicle. So that's it for today's video. Honestly, guys, I just wanted to give you an update on the business operation and how everything's going. In my opinion, everything's going great. It's been extremely difficult, but I knew it was going to be, and that's just part of the grind. It's not hard, it's not worth it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon. Peace.